May everyone be happy. May everyone be free of disease. May auspiciousness be seen everywhere. May suffering belong to no one. Peace. Jay Gurudev.
David, Mr. Lynch, in heaven everything is fine. In heaven everything is fine. In heaven everything is fine. You got your good things and I got mine. Bam, 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 bam. In heaven everything is fine. In heaven everything is fine. In heaven everything is fine. You got your good things and I got mine. Bam, 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 bam. Surely now this is a beautiful legendary song from Eraserhead, the lady in the radiator. Mr. Lynch lives. I will be alive forever. Good morning. It's Mr. Simple. More 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 simple. David. Yes, not Lynch. It's February 8th, 2025, and it's a Saturday. In Naples, today totally cloudy. Sky is in general white and cloudy. Tomorrow sul Sister Nights. Early afternoon, between late afternoon, 14 15 for the final 13 Celsius. And this means that it's really cold, like in this period, cold is a classic adjective, usually for winter periods and 3 quarters of the second. As I'm saying, not remember che Gregorio was watching me, I suppose I'm sure to very see the same society sometimes about the pose effectively. To watch me, it's better, perhaps paradoxically, for me, that it is to dico la pesce pratica questo forno spring di olio l'esame perché spring di olio su statistic software per l'esame di oggi 8 su questo se che si classificati da ricordare che si testa for me questa figura si figura assoluta in coppia avete obviously it's gold in particular is last days really gold at because we enter in the winter and other things at the same time thanks to a meter a better 2 points is by meter that is Moff Meton is such a trade thanks to these 2 points by Miss Meton, the 2 points are cool showers if not freeze and to wear a little clothing as possible, where thanks to these 2 points since some years always try to fight the golden for disability and people but consider also another aspect that consists practically in general in fact better from the steel past years and does remember despite the winter general this was series so considerable for the aspects fact I try to find the goal of the points the reason for me the temper is good it's also the condition situation things are good no to suffer the people face some sensations judgments of me but to this finally it's surely I think motive for example in the cold showers it's a bit possible but also the effect of the clothes I don't know penso che stile mazza atmosphere lui è assoluto I can't see the same thing as sono just free for negative it's bad artist seems like can be free as my fuse is I think at the temperature season repeat just before 55 for 13 celsius but I think the atmosphere that until you just before today we this Yes, there is a curtain and as soon as many building in some time and there is a curtain generally is almost perfect. That's the suppose in fact so it doesn't repeat totally also from the shot I suppose totally white very cloudy and I think later will be more obscure and also that good rain for the filmatory so she does not bisogna facci il subito cioè così e if it's clear to scrive today clear and so sì di Win New York insomma sono tutte le canzoni diverse infatti disegno di scuola in code so sotto logo infatti mi vede se cortine release in smart diverse also this video per the also mi abbiamo dimenticato mi ho aspetta di mettere nel shot si può intimidire la gente shot la sigara che conosciuto verso abbiamo detto tanto fisico posso dire in genere visivo mettere visivo per mi sentire nel shot so che si può intimidire la gente shot finally the remaining archive magic second forty EPG 635 also in the season to be a generation perché molto vivo fanno facendo di persone essere getting it over sono bravo mia sister also myself and class miskis fine yeah I hope you all get breakfast today it's late really late also for my hours fa così late minimum for my hours fa to è important that I still far away but the whole importance that I still far away from the reaction last semester to the salary fa che mi breakfast finitare si fa invita è stato lui finitare per tre minuti di to was really extreme things che avevo passato l'università fa che sembra 93 so se finché è record di secoli sembra 93 so sarà c'è bene today repeat really close si cade the record late also for my house just rolling good 14 15 But the important thing that you should remember is that in some way, also today, fortunately, with us, I'm really happy. And as we always say, breakfast is always one of the most things remarkable. Absolutely. And it's other new shot, other my favorites, biscuits. In particular, I will recommend two series, first of all, Palm Italian cereals because they are superb, and at second place Conad cereals also beautiful, but Palm Italian cereals repeat they are superb. And as regard the milk, these new shots not only can see in the coffee it, but also in squeak chocolate. In fact, as you can notice from the other shots on the fragment short video. As you tomorrow, I suppose, if I don't die, in fact, no, tomorrow to the lab and an hour, see.